only team to have
Okay, I'll stop the recording for this as well. Let's do that. Let me just quickly upload this. Where the hell is the video?
I think when you think back to that lock-in finals where Loud is able to take down Fnatic,
hey, that was a good first map though.
So much different. Fnatic has added so much more into this. The one thing
Fnatic
I'll have to mention here though
Loud
is we did see this Lotus from Loud in group stage. It looked okay, and they are adopting the Fnatic-esque comp without the Astra that Boaster plays on this map.
Yeah, I'm looking on the side of Fnatic for how they're controlling, in particular, A lobby. You'll see once they have money, getting that Odin up, spamming, and really holding on to that space. Loud, they have this change comp.
We might finally see this. People that watch this stream know how's the best way to say this. People who watch this stream know how aggravated I've been watching Lotus and the fact that this is an unbeaten comp.
Could they do this today,
Because
I can't wait to see it.
It should be.
We're about to find out. Yeah, I mean, Loud, they've already.
It has flaws. Like on attack, it should not be getting rounds. It has no flash.
Matt Babala was mentioning that it's just been iterated on throughout the entirety of the regular season to
Where
this
the
point
hell
now,
is
really,
that?
It's honed almost the perfect weapon for Fnatic.
They've only lost Lotus once, ever. And that was in the finals of Lock-In. And it was an absolute shock that it occurred there. Loud were playing Viper Harbor. They were playing Sky. They were playing Jet. It was
still trying to find this thumbnail. 1 second. Chat, I might have to pause this.
Fnatic have just continued to get better and better and better, as you're saying, and Loud have been forced to go in a more
I
similar
won't pause
style with their
it.
composition.
I'll find that later.
And
Okay, here we go. We've got Fnatic on defense, Loud on attack.
This is going to be a very tough map if Loud want the 2-0.
Well, let's get to it here. Our first pistol round.
In terms of the pistols as well, Loud winning 2-0.
Ready, fast beginning here for Loud. Smokes popped up in their faces, but they're going to be giving them easy access to the A side. Full clearance out towards Tree, and Fnatic playing offside there for the retake. Nade still being held for Aspas. He saved it. Not for a rainy day, probably when the flood tries to come through. But
damn, this is nice. I love this plant as well. Against the wall, so the spam's easy if they smoke it. Like half of the diffuse, right? If you think about this, half of the diffuse is blocked off. Well, actually, it would be this half, right? So you can't diffuse on this, and you can only have to diffuse here. That's so strong, bro. This kid's unbelievable in this match so far. By the way, every single round, I feel like he gets the most important kill. Most important kills. Yeah, and this spam is so good. This is a very nice round from Loud. Oh man, they kind of prepped heavy for this one. I like this. Yeah, go over towards A. Make sure they get the plant against the wall. This is so nice. 3-0 of pistols.
As Apollo was saying, when they were winning every pistol.
Yeah, what can you do about that?
And I completely agree with the desk. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why
Addison Huff, what's up, bro, as well? What's up with the 5 months? Thank you. And Duke Door as well.
In favor of Fnatic on our first map.
Thank you so much for that, Duke Door. Yeah, we got she came 3rd, so it's very good, honestly. But she's gonna go again next year because she wants to win. But she did great. But yeah, sometimes it's down to judges and what they want.
Put a stop to it. That is a lovely target for all the
yeah,
kills.
this was a nice little punish of this. Fnatic tried to fight out heavy. They only lose one armor. Not too bad at all.
Can just decide to try and hunt, and whether or not he dies or whether he gets the kill.
There's 2 more orbs.
Yeah, they could just go.
Lexi, thank you so much for the gifted as well. Thank you. Sheriff, welcome in.
Pretty much have a guaranteed major ultimate to be able to win their bonus round.
They can lose 2 people with their buy, yeah. They're kind of fine with that. Loud have had like the best starts they could possibly get into these. Dude, the Boaster purposely get hit by it. Oh, it's because you're shorty. I get it.
Contain, drop down. He's making a go of it, but that is incredibly clean.
And Kalanzine gets the spike plant for the Nightfall online. So Loud easily cleaning up that anti-eco situation and setting themselves up for
what
more
the hell,
momentum. This is where Fnatic have got to win the round. It might seem like a trivial thing to be talking about when we're only 3 rounds into Lotus, but this is how Loud generated that momentum and won on Ascent. If Fnatic are going to be beaten at this point when they're still incredible in rifle round situations.
Okay, sorry, chat.
It's through situations like this.
Okay, big buy rounds at least for Fnatic. Bro, really? Full set? Do we do the
Here we go. Oh my is that?
Oh, Jesus.
A chance to try and fight over it. Spamming into the corner. No amount of nerdy lineups will save you from this one. It's a deficit of 2 players
That's
now.
devastating. They just swing this heavy. Oh my god. Dude, Kaunzin has 5,000. He did like the full bonus. This is like what the China meta is. This is kind of interesting. The China meta is like win the pistol, have your anti-eco, and then you kind of literally buy nothing into the next round. Like you bonus it to the craziest levels. Dude, this is an insane start. They got all 5. They had the best start into every single half so far. These shots were ridiculous. They better replay it.
So I want to point out how Sadak is using his Viper Orb. Look at the positioning of this. It means that they can go straight from the Astra's
oh my god, they both flicked to each other.
Whilst never getting caught by Leo's Haunt.
That was nice as well. What a nice way to play the bonus. Just smoke in. They felt like they had some kind of security, and then just smoke down 5 people face. This was a very nice plan from Loud. I loved it. And again, their money's out of control. What a start. Repeat of the first map.
They're like caterpillaring their way through to rubble, using their opponent's smoke utility.
Feels like this is actually a good example. Like someone asked about the MR12 in terms of 12 rounds, and it does become a little bit more snowbally, but this might be a big example of that, and like how you can just have great starts and that'll just win you everything. Jesus. Oh, this is a good eco from them though.
2 versus 2. Chronicle backs away. Damage.
Damage was ridiculous. I love this plan over towards here. It was a nice fight here. Have a person that's going to swing and then open door.
Chance. More than that, Boaster still is up against the doubled up position of the Loud players. The smoke's being watched, so definitely got messy.
I like it, man. I'm telling you, Loud's plans into some of the rounds are great. Like I'm still thinking of the big bonus rounds. Like this one is the most simple thing ever, but you're just doing it with numbers that is just so strong, and it looks like it's different stuff to what they normally do as well. Oh, they had 4 people fighting here in the end.
And Fnatic find themselves in almost exactly the same spot they were on Ascent.
It was a good damage done, but they need like 3 of those rounds to break Econ. Bro, even with that much damage on 7-6.
Stealing their own strategies.
Bro, they're dominating them over towards A as well, and this is the whole thing, right? Fnatic's comp, if you can't get close A main control, like they're dominating the Fnatic comp with the Fnatic comp. If you can't get close A main control and you can't one-way this, you have a rough time. Like you really have a rough time. You've lost too much space, and now once you get this fast info, it doesn't matter if you have flashes. You don't have to force your way through anything. You can kind of wait it out. When you kind of get hold to here, and here, then you kind of need the flashes. But if you get this map control, obviously you can pivot over towards B faster. So in terms of like Loud and understanding the comp, they're wrecking them. And all of the big buy rounds right now in terms of the third and this one here, it's all been about controlling A early. It's really good.
Bit of a pump fake. Collected a second one on that. Okay, got to try and get a move on though if you are Loud here. 3 versus 3. Boaster's made this more than winnable.
They're great plans. Love this new plant that they do. Well, I say new plant. I've seen teams do this quite a bit, but I love that it's just like a consistent thing with them against the wall spam, just heavy hold tree. It was really cool.
That rocket will fly straight through.
Flying Specs, what's up, bro? I'm doing good, bro. How you doing? Good to see you.
They should be. There it is. Cosmic Divide. As soon as they drop down, though, Showstopper unleashed. Fuse starting to burn down and dwindle. Beautiful seas. Rocket to the side. There's nowhere to run. Not for Chronicle to survive that. And it's tucked just to the side on top of it. Fnatic, got too many angles to watch for here. Really nice post-plant positioning. Leo's taken out.
Man, owning them. It's so good. Their whole overall plan was just so good with this, though. Again, every important round we go over towards A, we dominate here. Then they're out of position. Then the comp struggles.
Could be beaten. And Loud are laying the roadmap.
Oh yeah. I think back as well earlier. You know, we were seeing the piece of all the teams at the beginning.
Yeah,
of the
they got a lot of important kills there.
You know, winning 2 titles in a row, you have a title or a target on your back.
Yeah, and once they get this plant down, it's going to be very hard to retake this. Timeout, I guess. Timeout, mini. You need to take A control.
The question is it going to be
Feels like it's the most obvious thing.
They rebound in this moment.
Yeah.
After losing map 1 in very close fashion and going down 5-0
Actually need
to
this.
start
Actually
on
need
their
this timeout. I need to make this thumbnail quickly.
Of Lotus. They've only ever lost here once. It was at the start of the year against the
Chat, what is this called? Just knockout stage? Chat, on VLR, what is this called? This actual stage itself that they were playing in?
One of the most
Knockout?
incredible things about
Playoffs?
the fact that we were even on the final map in these
Upper quarters?
situation was that both teams had won on their opponents' home territories. You had Fnatic winning on Ascent, and then you had
Upper
Loud
quarter
coming back,
playoffs,
being able to
let's
win
just
on
see that.
Split, actually, which is our 3rd decider map here today. But then also Lotus, and they looked like they were poised to be able to take the trophy in front of a Brazilian crowd on Icebox, which there has never been more of a home map for Fnatic than Icebox. Loud are always finding those ways to be able to put the pressure on Fnatic that other teams can't.
Okay, a little bit of time.
Right there.
What weapons they've saved up now.
Alright, cool. Sorry.
Timeout. Talking it through.
Okay, another big buy round. Fnatic call a timeout, but they don't go heavy to A because maybe it's too obvious, and that's what you'll see in the next. So we call this a Doom Bros, where like you know your original plan should be holding on to A, but you know it's too obvious, and they're probably going to go somewhere else fast. So you actually try and punish wherever they're going to do fast, and then next round you go towards A. So that feels like what this is. Also, it's just a low buy, so maybe they don't want to do it on their actual low buy as well. There's that as well. Oh man, if honestly, if the commit was there, yeah, because they had, I mean, they had no idea that they were going to team Omen Flash themselves though, so I'm not too worried about this. But this was a nice call from Fnatic on. Wait, Duck hit that shot. I think Counting was low HP, but still, it's a nice shot. Looks like. Munchables, what's up, bro? How we doing? Thank you for the 6 months, mate. Appreciate you. Dirk needs to relax. I guarantee that shot before was a nice one.
One area of the map, there's a detainment online. Want to head back over towards C, straight into Durka. Plenty of chances, but no connection, at least no kill.
Whoa, mate. Yeah, he needs to chill a little bit there, but I get it.
Good double face.
Yeah.
It's a big 2-on-2 here. It's a nice ult. Do you want to go in with it? Oh, Les is so good.
Just left up to Leo. Can see where the trail is pointing him into the corner. Dodge to
the most perfect gun for it. That's unlucky 8. Shout out. Les is ridiculous, by the way. I don't know if he actually heard the Guardian or if they knew about the Guardian, but the fact he's not like, let me draw it. The fact he's not fully in this corner and he's like over here, so he knows that the spam's gonna come in and then he can just swing is just so smart as well. What a sick round from Les. Dude, this is one of Les's, actually he's having a good tournament. He is having a very good tournament. I was going to say it's one of his better games, but actually he's been very good so far this tournament. So.
Was Les having phenomenal maps on Lotus and on Split?
Yeah, dude, Fnatic, a little bit disjointed here. Bro, it's 6-0, and they're not holding A control. Like, what are they doing?
Snakebite causing a bit of vulnerability, but
that's so crazy. I just think that this comp gets so wrecked if you don't hold A control. And maybe they're just scared because of the Odin spam that came in at the beginning, and obviously... Yeah, okay, that's kind of nice. I think that it's more just... Maybe they're in their own head. Oi, man, Aspas with the movement there, that's kind of sick. He didn't even turn around as well, bro. He's just focusing so heavy on the movement. That's so funny. It's kind of we're just waiting for them to swing off it as well because it should be a double play. That was nice, though. Nice baiting. What was I going to say? I feel like Loud have done really good at conditioning them, right? If you think of the bonus round, then you think of the main big buy round. Dude, also, by the way, like we've had 3 big buy rounds, and every single time they go out towards A pretty heavy at the beginning. But what I wanted to talk about is just like how good Loud have been at conditioning them, right? You got the Odin spamming here. You got the orb with the orb drop over towards here. They've just really scared. They're just so scared of trying to push close.
First round win for Fnatic on Lotus.
It's good.
Think back to Ascent. This is a similar kind of situation. Loud were able to get 4 in a row.
This was kind of nice calling from Loud. This is something that like NRG do a lot on this map. I think Foot did it or Giants did it. I can't remember which. Where it's just like once you see a lot of pressure over towards here, you just insta hit another site just because the rotates like longer. So I liked the call here from Loud. It's just the bait was too good. Didn't check the corner. It's nice from Fnatic in terms of this. They really need this. I wonder if that guy should have hunted a bit more.
So these are the kind of things that Boaster will be reading into. And certainly Loud are going to be more diligent.
Fnatic also seems stressed. They aren't having fun. They just have bad starts as well, bro. Like it's hard to have fun when you lose a bonus round in this fashion, where you do like a you do a smoke peek here. Like none of these runs were that fun. It's actually one of the first times that I've seen Fnatic lose the third round. Like they've done it twice. Never really happens. They're normally very good at winning the pistol first of all, and then they normally always win against the bonus. So it's more just shadow. Holy, that's ridiculous, bro. That's a nice little trap play on top of that. That was great. Jeez, bro, chat. We've seen 3-3Ks with this ult. This never happens. It feels like I'm in the beta again, where just the ult's doing just 250 to everyone close or anywhere near it. That was really good though with the Astra Suck. Oh man, perfect from them in terms of money. Yeah, so I mean, after 2 rounds, their money just gets out of control.
That is excellent stuff.
Where Fnatic really excel, I think, as well. Just those defensive ideas.
Oh, I mean, the C's too, just in case there's anything happening in that kind of area.
Yeah, this was good.
Set up. Pull from Boaster on the Astra. Yeah, it's only 2 so far for Fnatic, but no in this team.
Finally an A. Finally an A. Oh, this could be interesting. A on A. Does it actually work for them though? Where does the Fade Eye go? Just a haunt that's taken care of. Still the molly behind them. There's 4 players. This guy's tanking down. We've got a late nade that goes across. Do we have any spam on the left where he'd be dodging the nade? Yes, we do. Wall got dropped. This was nice though, but it also felt like this came in my opinion, this came in a little bit too late. And I don't know if it's because they were like overthinking, but they kind of also didn't have too many buy rounds, I guess, in their defense. Wow, that's a shot. It's a straight up just random swing.
Boaster slips away without getting punished by the squeeze from Breakable Door and main. This attempt to react from Loud has now
how the hell is he here?
Chronicle is worried about stairs. He's actually not watching the one side here. Sadak should be set up for that.
Yeah, Chronicle's asking the same thing.
Here and make this a very difficult retake for Fnatic.
Oh god, you got Viper ult?
Just love the lockdown, so they do pit. Probably going to see that space being played for now. Boaster and Alfie are playing together. It's important to get the lockdown off. The Loud have a play in mind to try and disrupt this one.
That's nice.
Push them all the way into
a lot is up to
out towards the edge.
We don't have the nade or anything with this, right?
Don't want to fight over it. Yeah.
Clearing out heaven instead.
Cosmic Device is going to be used to block off that.
I'm actually nervous for Fnatic here. I think they might have misplayed this a little bit.
Getting chipped down and low, but still Durka not to defuse anything to push this away. It's a nade. Everybody's collected close to the corner.
Yeah, they need to fight. Yeah, they need to fight. They did the wrong choice here.
Time is short. Fnatic forced to just scurry away, back away.
Yeah, wrong call on this.
What a round, what a recovery.
Nicely done from Loud. I mean, that's all Sadak. That's all Sadak finding the timing over towards B, getting the kill. All is perfect, and their decision is perfect. And then instead, the Fnatic. I mean, obviously they don't know that there's 3 here. You don't know the exact spread of it, but they had to like try and crunch into this. I should have looked at the players that were alive. They had to fight this, which means they had to like pinch. They actually had 2 people over towards A. I thought they were going to go towards A.
And then pit in the post plan. They played that situation perfectly.
Yeah.
Fnatic just resorting to these all-out fights.
There's a few rounds where I felt like Boaster's. Again, it's hard because the other round actually where I'm thinking Boaster, I think he was dead. I think it was the other 3 on Ascent. Maybe where they had time to go for it with the Sova ult, but they had no idea he's here.
Lotus seeking as well to try and take the fight straight to him. Yeah. Cut to the corner. And yeah, does land it. So
Holy
evens
hell.
it out eventually. 4
Dude,
versus
Sadak's
4.
doing really good, by the way, on this map.
With ultimate as well, this is going to be so difficult for Alpha to
Rocket
deal
though.
with.
Prowler.
Oh,
It's good, lands to the
Jesus.
side.
No triple kill on
That was
this?
a lot of damage on Alpha, but no kill.
No kill at all. Still 4 versus 4 plan. Start going down here. Kawazine. To disrupt him. Be able to get that one down as well. Setting up to the post plan. Only one player onto Mount.
Yeah, this is kind of nice.
Very aggressive
You want to be
post
far
plan.
out. And then also you can spam for a lot of this
This
top
could
wall as
really
well.
catch Fnatic off guard once they send it.
As soon as Yuto starts to get flying.
5 pro on
and
this
flow
maybe?
straight
Oh,
into it,
that's a
sees
nice
out to the back,
seize.
Paranoia.
Oh, that's a good Omen.
The
Oh,
Horn.
Omen
Off the top,
flash
not quite
with
landing
the
line, actually
eye.
disrupted ever so slightly. He's still making a
Damn,
go of
Loud
it.
look legit on
Run
this
away
map.
in.
They
Start
put
to hit
so
these
much
shots
prep
as well.
into
The
this one, it's really
ability
cool.
has faded away, but
They
again,
knew
it's
100% it
starting
was this
pressure.
map.
It's ticking away, and Alpha with the op forced once more. You got to save it, you got to back away. It's not winnable.
Dude, it literally looks like they put like
This
all of
has
their
been
time into
a
this, really.
masterclass by Loud, finding every gap in the Fnatic setups, using their
Damn,
own
they're so good
utility
right now.
against them.
Just the whole
push
overall game
Fnatic
plan in terms of
backwards.
involving A as well and their
Create
buy rounds has
openings,
just been
win
great.
post plants.
And yeah, like you're saying, their post plants
If
are
this is the
really,
form we are going to
really
see from
drilled. It
Loud
looks
now
like
that they've hit
a lot of the
playoffs,
time they realize if they're not fighting here
no
early,
one
they
will
leave
remember
C for
Tokyo.
retake, and then they
Oh,
can
yeah.
just save a lot of
Back
their
to last
util.
year. It was the same story. Loud bombed out in Copenhagen. Does anyone bring that up? No, because they won champions that year. They're the defending champions coming in to this tournament.
That's what all the talk's about, you know, the culmination of the year, the most important event of the year. It's what everybody
Sean
sets
was
their
cooking with the
sights
Loud
on.
pick. Wait, did Sean pick
matters.
Loud to beat Fnatic
The
here?
right form for it at the right time.
This, by the way, allowed that has rebounded after getting smoked by DRX early on and playing
That's wild
pretty
if he did.
limp Valorant. They're
He didn't
bringing
pick
their
Loud?
A game today. What a rivalry this has turned out to be. I thought there was a serious chance that we might just see Fnatic tossing around Loud.
He picked Loud to
Playing
win the
with their
tournament.
foodie
What, from
perhaps.
lower bracket?
You know, the
What the-
recent form in these tournaments has been
Where did I have
so
him? Top
heavily
4?
one-sided
Top 4?
towards
Top
Fnatic.
3? I can't remember.
And yet Loud, you always know, have this opportunity to rise back up. Made it towards the finals, almost had their hands on the trophy.
Kesty,
and
what's
lock
up,
in
dude?
the winners
Your pick'ems are
Americas,
worse.
where they just look sublime.
Yeah. I mean,
And
yeah.
they're playing some of their best today.
Hello, Cupid. How you doing?
Rumors as well swirling around this Loud team about just behind-the-scenes issues, problems of practice, the drama.
Got to make the joke twice, dude. If it's
America's
a
loves
if it's
the
a
drama.
deja vu joke, it
Every
kind of works
family has
twice.
drama.
Absolutely.
That's how Loud think about themselves.
But here we stand. It's 8-2. Loud firmly in the driving seat and more. Doesn't
okay.
matter if they've fallen on hard times.
Damn.
If Fnatic
Dude,
are able to get 4, though, at the end of
8-2.
this,
But
the
again, they've just been
backside
dominating.
and the way that these compositions work and the way
And
that
now they
these icons
fully
score,
change it up. Timeout goes in.
Won't be
It's
too
fully
bad.
changed.
That's why you saw them take the timeout then as well. That was the second timeout being taken. In
And
the
they're
first half,
bait.
so
This is
2
kind of
rounds
interesting.
remaining.
They're baiting on the most
Alpha's
popular
also
ult
just
at the
getting
moment.
pushed
The
back,
most
not
popular
able to
combo of
find the
ult at the
value
moment
of
is
the
this ult here with the
Force
alarm bot over here. And I think they're baiting with this. And they see the ult up and you think it's the normal one with the Killjoy utils here and you think you know the setup and it's actually this setup over towards here. So I think Fnatic are trying to play off the fact that Loud like to anti a lot and this is a different setup for them. But that is ridiculous. Prowler goes in, spots him, we just insta-spam, Cowan's in, gets a kill over towards this as well from Leo dueling. Oh god, they wreck them. Bro, they actually wreck them on this map. This is like not even close. They're dismantling them. Oh, they're gonna win this 2v4, aren't they?
Nade still in the back pocket. He knows both these players
Got
now playing inside
nade,
tree as well,
boombot.
rebounding. All the chances in the world.
What a smoke.
Yeah, smoke makes a lot of sense as well. Like this smoke, you just cover it up, and because it's planted, honestly, not great, but it is planted against the wall, it should be a little bit easier.
That's how important it was. Sadak to 1v2.
Hey, they handled this really well. This is a great 2v4. Bro, they're only really winning rounds by like 2v4ing. That's kind of crazy.
Jumping right into his face.
The dream duo of Durka and Alpha, yeah, secure what could end up being a vitally important round for Fnatic as we head close to the end of this first half. Attack-sided map, everything matters in this first. And finally we see the value coming out from Alpha. He's had a bit of a
I mean,
rough half so
Loud are
far.
playing this perfect.
Probably his first of the
I
entire
actually think,
tournament,
like,
actually.
I don't know, I'm a big like I'll give a big bit of criticism to Fnatic as well. Like, they should know the big weakness of this comp is getting through this choke point, and I haven't seen them. They've fought for it once, and it was a late fight. This is the first time. Yeah, they should win this round. Like, this is what should have been happening at the beginning. I actually feel like they approached this map pretty bad. Like, it's their comp. I've been every single time they play this comp, I literally say what the weakness is, and they don't even do it. Somehow, it looked like Loud had a better understanding than the Fnatic on their own comp.
4 rounds for Fnatic, a prime game in Flawless to finish the half.
Like, this should have been happening the whole time. It took them 12 rounds. I get it's repetitive and they've shown it on other stuff, but I don't know, it felt like they should have done that. Also, we do have to give Loud their dues in terms of they conditioned them to be scared of A main, but you can't be scared of A main on this. You got to just fight. The comp's actually the comp is better on defense at holding here. I guess the Odin can be pretty scary though.
Listen in from Sadak earlier as well ahead of this match in this series. Let's take a peek.
Basically saying the weakness of the Fnatic comp is the ability to shut down A main. No, it has the ability to shut down A main. It's just that you have to shut down A main. Like, because the Fnatic comp, without having flashes, it's hard to force through into any of these choke points. So if you don't control A main at the end, you're kind of having to wait. You take B, C default, and you can't get through. Like, in terms of this, right? If you don't have this map control at the beginning, right? You're always having to force through a choke point that has a smoke because you've got a Viper and Omen, and there's normally a util behind it. You can never get through these choke points without a flash. It's very hard to force unless you're doing like a combo with an ult in terms of like one of these ultra or like a fade nade tether. Okay, so if you have full freedom to do this, and you can manipulate the rotates to come over towards A, and you can go fast over towards B, and you're faster than these people that have to do this over towards B. Like, you shouldn't, like, if you have A control for free at the beginning with this comp, you've done great. And so against this comp, I've said it every single time when I watch this, teams, in terms of the game plan that works against this, you go close, A main, you smoke this off, and you try and force them to make an issue. The time's going to be low, you can get the rotates in the right place. And Fnatic let them have all of this space, which in my mind is like criminal. Like, if they would, basically, I feel like Fnatic would love to play against what they just did on their defense. They would love a team to give them this freedom the whole time. Boaster would just call, okay, let's get A main, and then we can kind of work around the map.
And now they're looking to knock Fnatic down to the lowers. We're about to head into the pistol.
Sky's worse on defense though, 100%. But you can also get the info. You can also get the info a lot, so you can actually, with Sky, I feel like you're free a little bit more to leave this because you can kind of get the information of it. Also, you can do like the wall that EG do and flash through it. Like, your style of play becomes a little bit better. Okay, in terms of this though, 3-0 pistols, that hasn't helped. Oh, this is this is so funny, bro. This is so funny. I was chat, you see this pistol? I was trying to work out who did this pistol the other day, and then Loud just went and did it. The 3-2 pinch over towards here. That's so funny. Fnatic were very ready for this though. Keeper had a question. What's the question, Keeper? Did I miss it?
After Loud have won 3 and snowballed those into bonus rounds.
What about the same comp with Sky? That's the comp that I like the most.
To start out each one of these halves.
Like, I love that comp.
When you need a comeback to occur, down 8-4.
It's more flexible than this comp, which was the whole thing of why I'm just like, how is no one beating Fnatic on this with this comp? Because no one does this well. The only team that I saw do this kind of well was like Liquid, I think, did it pretty good. But then they stopped doing it after like the first 5 rounds. They were like, they had a really good start, and then they stopped doing it, and then I didn't get it. But I think you can just do it every single time. Okay, so 1-1 in terms of pistols. So this should be an even map. 1-3 in terms of the whole thing is a little bit brutal.
Bluster being shown. against the eco. Loud have got a bit of a pinch going on as well. I mean, they've taken B main control, holding towards C. Any signs of it? It's a trap play maybe off the Paranoia?
Yeah, another Paranoia being held by 2Es. This is one of the things that the Omen offers you that the Astra doesn't. We saw Boaster go for a couple of these plays with the pull. But the Paranoia is very good at being able to...
Yeah, very patient on this one.
You have somebody holding contact or a piece of Killjoy utility, or sometimes teams will do it off an orb. Yeah.
Damn, it's been kind of frustrating watching some of these teams play this map. I had the same thing on the Giant. Was it Giants? No, I actually had the same thing on 2. There's been a lot of Lotuses where I've been frustrated with teams not taking A main control. And maybe it's just impossible, and I'm just like... It can't be impossible, because when I see teams do it, they win the rounds. So it can't be that. But it was a FPX game, Giants game, and now this game where I'm just like... Surely we take A heavier. I get the C's. I mean, C's hard to retake, but it's easier to stop the plant. I guess that's maybe to do with it. C is a nightmare to retake, to be fair.
Other people on Fnatic holding these angles. No cosmic divide for this one. And then Fnatic are going to be able to drop back into post plants. Loud's economy just isn't at the spot.
Bro, look at Sadak. Sadak was waiting for the luck for so long to go through here.
Ridiculous sheriff shots from Les and Aspas, but Les already hits the floor.
Swap guns again.
Dude, they would love Durka to just farm him.
That's why he's doing it.
So close, yeah. Makes a lot of sense in terms of this one. Boaster normally has the Marshal, but when someone gets really close and has a good pistol, they kind of just let them farm a little bit, try and get an ult as far as possible. Again, they're one of those, and honestly, they'll accept a death. They would love an extra kill, but.
Durka's ultimate is the one that Fnatic like to prioritize the most.
That's a big win for Loud, really. Only giving them 1. I know Durka's kind of close, but it's great from them. Okay, and then they just buy up in terms of this one, and we do the Fnatic buy, right? This is a drop over towards it. Boaster bought the Marshal, then he drops into this one, and we can get 2 full buy rounds into it. And looking like Loud might do what I wanted Fnatic to do in terms of an early A punish. Dude, Loud have a better understanding than Fnatic's comp in this one, which is so weird because I've always praised Fnatic for having just the best understanding of this comp. And this game, they just were too scared of A. And again, that has to be because Loud just conditioned them too heavy. Yeah, they even use their stuff against them. Yeah, so much better. And this is it, right? This is what I was talking about. Choke point, choke point, choke point. We've got smoke, smoke, smoke. And this comp's a little bit hard. So when you know that this smoke's going down, it's a 45-second smoke. So you have to kind of just do your A, you do your B, C default. You have to get the orbs. Then you can kind of group up here at like 55, 50 seconds. Wait for the smoke to go through, prowlers, molly, etc. But by that time, you've lost so much time that then you have to kind of make a call, and you've got time pressure to go through here. Sometimes you haven't killed all the util in terms of this, this, and this. Right, so this is like a perfect example. So this is what I'm saying. 50-second mark, like I said, we go through here. We have the molly that clears here, prowler, etc. You go through. They saved the Omen flash. That's devastating, and they didn't use the eye until they retook this. I mean, Loud dismantled them. They showed too much data, and they didn't change it up enough. It finally got exposed though, and it had to. It took too long, but I'm happy it's happened. That sounds very mean, because I honestly have a lot of friends in Fnatic as well, but you shouldn't be able to have a comp with a fundamental flaw and not get punished for this long. It was actually annoying me, so I'm glad it's happened.
It's going to be theirs though. Still, that plant will be able to go down. Nothing to really push this one off here. Few seconds to spare. Taking up positions once more. Chronicle watching Leo's back. Doesn't have to worry about the little door here.
You're telling Mini? I mean, Mini will watch it anyway.
Back section of the site, sending in the bullets flying.
Mini knows that I hate this comp.
Little fall here. There is a pull. To it, a tap to try and force and bait it out. First layer of that utility.
I mean, Loud just played it better than them. Damn, what a sick retake this was as well. That was impressive. Yeah, I mean, very heavy in terms of this, and they didn't even have someone flanking behind. Wait, I'm not even sure Loud should have won this one. Eye goes in, the eye was sick, no one shot it.
And I think Loud know that. You know, the player that would be going aggressive and taking space is Durka. And when he falls, Sadak just calls for his team to take space.
It is a bad afterplan from Fnatic. They actually look a little bit off.
Towards the breakable door and towards B main, knowing that he can punish them once they swing to deny the taps.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting frustrated.
This is an excellently called.
I mean, it's a great retake though. Okay, now we go into this one, big buy rounds. They didn't use the Omen Flash into it early. They saved it, and they're waiting for sounds, and they're not going to use the Omen Flash either, so they're giving them A main control. So maybe they're just going to... That's nice, yeah. With the Astra Suck as well, they're using a lot of Astra Suck to make sure that they get, to catch people off. With the, Damn, bro. Nah, chat, Les has been so good. He's been so good. Like, he's the actual MVP at the moment.
He's holding it. Doesn't want to use the nade. Durka, he's eager to take the fight.
Leo gets his nightfall with this plan.
Yeah, very hard retake.
That is ridiculous. Aspas, such a wide face, such a wide swing.
They use Fatal really early just because he's like, just because he feels a little bit. Oh man. Yeah. It's because they have no smoke to block vision, and he's just there, and there's no guns they have. He thinks he's just getting spammed at one point.
Right here, right now. Tucked close to the corner. No one's actually putting that pressure on to try and stop this one. Snakebite at his feet.
Down there, retakes are good, but Fnatic can play these retakes, these afterplants a little bit better. Yeah, Leo's just a little bit panicked there. I think he thinks they have a gun that can spam them, or that they have util that it's gonna nail him with. But they didn't do anything with the Fatal. Does that break their econ? No, almost. Amped, thank you so much. Amped, thank you. Bannable offense. Oh boy, what was the bannable offense? Welcome in to Slug Club. Thank you very much, Amped.
That I can remember at least where Fnatic have lost this amount of the duels that they're taking. One of the advantages of having.
Do I like the plant spot? As in the one on C, you have to do it sometimes. It's like a common meta. Like it's like 1, 2, 3. You have to practice all of them. And honestly, 1 and 2 kind of shouldn't be able to get away with it. Yeah. They're just committing so much into this. They know how, like, this is so perfect from Loud. They know how important this is. So they invest like nades, Teva. They think that they have to try and get out of it. Okay, we're going to try force this one early. I mean, it's not a one-way smoke, so honestly, but they have to spam this. You're not just going to walk through this, right? You have to spam this. Okay, it's not too bad. At least there's a Prowler. Okay, that was nicely done. Maybe you don't have to spam it if you're doing a Prowler like this. Damn, he's confident. Oh, the bait in. They had no idea that the wall was down. Hey, that was huge. Did they even consider this?
Maybe not, but he's got a hot hand and he's winning all the duels. He knows that he, at the moment,
tell you what, Cowan's in has been like silently unbelievable. It's nothing flashy. It's not like loads of multi-kills, but occasionally it's like... He's kind of looking a little bit like Leo does normally. Where it's just like... He's never dying fast, but the fast kills are there. Or he's getting like a really impactful kill, then he's just falling away. Like he's just been silently great in these 2 maps.
Destroy any pivot to be. Aspas is 1 away from his nade again. If he gets another kill, there's 15 seconds. It's done. They have to win the fight towards the back of the site with this... Time as well.
Yeah, and this is the thing that a lot of the time when you hold them over towards A, they kind of like they have a lot of time pressure. Dude, you got to plant like right now. Holy!
Towards it, 2 versus 2. Fnatic desperate to stay in this one.
Les gets a kill. He gets his ult.
The corner now with a horn back online. Leo on poster. Leo seeking to cross around. It's a slight angle. You can just see Sadak, but still towards the back. It's duels that need to be won. Forced out. Spamming, it's so damn precarious. Dropping down, Sadak rips away the hopes and dreams.
Damn, even the 2-on-2s. Thing is they had to do like a safe plant because the time was low, so they didn't have like the luxury of doing the good plant where they go over towards here and they can play tree. The time's low, so they're just having to plant wherever they can, and then they're in these awkward positions when they're in the middle of the site and you can just get shot from like 3 angles. And that, again, that's all because of the A main control, because they don't have much time.
And then Fnatic are the ones going for the swings. Loud are just holding angles, waiting for Leo and Boaster to get antsy in those spots and take a fight.
Okay, first map, I'm like, Loud kind of snowballed them a little bit. I actually felt like Fnatic were maybe the better team in terms of the first map, in terms of like, you take away the pistols, you take away the bonus, like the buy rounds, Fnatic look more in control. This, Loud are absolutely destroying them. I think Fnatic should be happy they got 6 rounds.
Plus happy to just skip across and still lock and hold on to that. A-Rob will control him in 2 years. Any attempt really by Fnatic.
Like, everything's great.
Been working out to try and fight over there.
Look how good they are. They just go A every single time. Now what do? You gotta go take... You've got to force your way through this with... Dude, then they invest the... Man, they're nice at the moment. Every single time they try and get out with a bit of util, they're throwing another bit of util. Prowler, what'd you hit him with? You hit him with an Omen Flash, okay. Boombot, what'd you hit him with? You hit him with a nade. Like, it's so good. It's so perfect. It's the perfect counter. This is what I've been waiting for. Ah, man. This is so good to watch. How could no other team do this, bro? This is why I've been losing my mind sometimes. This is why I'm so adamant that it can't last forever. And then I just gave up hope that no team was going to do it. Then I even started doubting myself that this comp has a weakness. That's how many games they won.
That's the lockdown. Take the fight. Jump spot, Leo with the plans. Boaster wins his duel. Straight up towards him, still it's traded.
Bro, that's so good right now. This is a hard retake still though. Look at this, perfect. Oh, got nothing for this. You have to go fully back. Someone has to commit. Oh man. Okay. Alpha did great on this though, with the double molly. Oh, these smokes are nice. And against the similar thing, right? It's not like vision block here. Everyone can duel in front of it and they have to make the play. Oh my god. This is a masterclass. Bro, they double smoke this and this.
And series point on the horizon.
Fnatic with a plant spot that they just couldn't possibly play from as soon
as
the
this is strong, man.
Through. The ultimates are overwhelming. Fnatic are struggling to come up with plans to deal with them. And the retakes.
Yeah, it's the time pressure though, it feels like a lot of the time. Like the time pressure at the moment is just too much. So that the time's low, so they can never get a good plant. So that then when it gets into these after plants, they never have a good plant to play it with, so that Loud can just retake because the plants aren't good. Yeah, Fnatic finally go for just like a straight up, we gotta aggro this, but they're putting too much into this. Oh man, it's the perfect masterclass. Dude, it took like what, a whole year, but we finally got there, man. I'm so... Actually, to be honest, half a year, just because of the way that this is. Man, I'm actually proud of Loud for this. I'm actually very proud of them. They did so good here.
A single player stands before them, but Loud are on the cusp.
This would be Fnatic's
it was a masterclass
on Lotus, both to Loud, and their second loss ever. Only Liquid being able to take down this super team before.
Sadak, and I think I want to say Fraud as well, deserves such a huge amount of praise because they took a long time to do this, and it looks relatively simple, but honestly, it had so many layers to it. It was so good to watch. And like they had really dissected every single bit of how Fnatic like to do it. That was sick. Who's the MVP for this series? Less though. Like honestly, for sure less.